Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 8.1, Three-Dimensional Figures Activity. Pause while you write Section 8.1 activity in your math notebook.
Pause again while you write today's activity objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is sketch solids using dot paper. Copy the following key terms, definitions, and examples exactly as they appear into your notebook. A solid is a three-dimensional figure that encloses a space. A polyhedron is a solid whose faces are all polygons. A face is a flat surface of a polyhedron.
Here's some more vocabulary for you to copy into your notebook. An edge is a line segment where two faces intersect. A vertex of a solid is a point where three or more edges intersect. A prism is a polyhedron that has two parallel, identical bases. The lateral faces are parallelograms. A pyramid is a polyhedron that has one base. The lateral faces are triangles. We'll be starting on page 181 in your record and practice journal. It says, draw the front, side, and top views of each stack of cubes, then find the number of cubes in the stack. Remember, you'll be working on the side of dot paper that says isometric dot paper. It might also be good for you to have some colored pencils handy. So for the front side, I am going to use black to color. And for the sides, I'm going to use red. And for the top, I'm going to use blue. Letter A is done for us. There's 3 blocks, and they're drawn for us on the isometric paper. So there's kind of a diamond pattern on the top, or a rhombus, to show the top. And so that would be a blue. And then there's another one of those down on the left-hand side. And then the sides are red. And then the fronts, I'll do black. So they've drawn those for us. And you can clearly see from the picture that there are 3 cubes. Now we're going to look at letter B, and we're going to draw that on our dot paper. First, we want to outline the top of the top cube. So you might want to use a ruler. I can't do that with my iPad, but you can. And then we go down, one on the left, one on the right, one in the center of that top block, and then up the sides. Remember, you also need to be turning your paper sideways so that this works. Then go on the right-hand side and do the top of the next little block. And that connects up right there. And then the next one on the left just goes out to the left and then into the center and like that. So it looks exactly like the picture with the lines. And now we'll go ahead and color. And the front sides are here and here and here. So those are the ones that would be facing us if we were building this. And the top, which I've made blue, are here and here and here. And then the sides are here. So when we count our blocks, we can see 3 of them, but one of them is lifted up in the air, so we know that there must be a 4th one underneath it. So we need to account for that and say that there are 4 blocks, or 4 cubes. Now let's look at letter C. We'll start with coloring this top block. I always like to start from the top. And I do tend to call them blocks, but they're actually cubes. And then we can draw a straight line down, and you can see how this line goes 2 down. So we're going to do that on our dot paper too. And then the center line here goes 2 blocks down. And then this bottom line goes 2 from front to back, so we're going to take care of that. And the one above it goes 2 front to back. And then this middle line, right in this front, only goes 1 high. So we're going to only go 1 high with it. And that comes down, and then we connect front to back there. And then we're going to connect front to back on the left side, and we're going to go straight back 2, that's this line, and straight back 2 here, and down 1, and down 1, and back, and down. So we have our blocks drawn, and we're going to color them. So the top is blue, and we have the top of 1 block, and the top of a 2nd block, and the top of a 3rd block. And then we have the sides of 3 blocks, and we have the fronts of 3 blocks. So when we count this, we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes. Now let's work on letter D. Again, I'm going to start from the top, and I'm going to go right here and draw this diamond shape. And pull that down from the center and both sides, and then it goes out to the right and out to the left, and then it comes in, and it's 2 blocks wide when it comes in, and then it comes in on the inside too, and that connects. And then we go straight down here, and straight down here, and straight down here, and here, and here, and connect everything at the bottom. Mine is not as pretty as the book's. And then we start coloring the tops of the blocks, or the cubes. There's the top of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fronts will color black, 1, 2, 3, and the sides will color red, there's 3. So if we count, we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, but this back one is suspended in the air, so we know that there must be something holding it up. So there is a 5th cube, so there are 5 cubes. Moving on to page 182, we're going to draw letter E. Again, let's start at the top, and this is kind of a tall, skinny one, but we're going to start by drawing that diamond shape at the top. That's right here. And then we'll go straight down 3 on the right. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 on the left. And then we have to bring that in and meet in the middle. And connect everything. So we have our middle section, and then we need to have our right-hand section and our left-hand section, which we can barely see peeking out back there. And we'll bring this down. And now we have an upside-down T. So after we color it in, we can go ahead and count our blocks. So this one's fairly easy to count. We can see that there's 1 block on the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes. Now let's do letter F. This one's kind of a challenge. Again, we'll start with the top and then go straight down 1 on each vertex and then meet those up. And then let's work on the second one. It sticks out on the right, and we'll draw that one to the right. And then we do the same thing on the left. So we've drawn 3 blocks so far, and then we're going to move into the center and draw that 4th block there in the center that we can see. And then we'll keep moving to the right and carefully draw the end cube on the right. And then the end cube on the left. So we have something that looks like what the book has. Now we just need to color it in so we can tell what's the front and what are the sides and the top. So those are the front sides, or the fronts, and the sides are going to be these red ones. And then the tops will be blue. And now we get the fun job of counting these. So we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes. But now we need to think about all the ones that we can't see. So behind this tallest tower, there have to be 2 cubes holding it up because it's 3 cubes high. So we had 6 that we could see, plus 2 behind that, and then there's 1 on the right here that we can't see holding up this right-hand one, and there's 1 on the left supporting the left-hand one. So that's 2 more. So that's a total of 10 cubes. Your assignment is going to be to draw letter G on your remaining isometric paper, and also to tell how many cubes there are. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete the What You Learned Before page 353 of your textbook. It is also located on the next slide. Also complete letter G of Activity 1 on page 182 of your Record and Practice Journal. Be prepared to share during our next class. Please remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you must complete your exit slip,
Come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have for the teacher, and always have a good attitude. We'll see you next time in class.